Hello, lovelies. Welcome to Lanmou Spiritual, formerly known as Lanmou Tarot. This is a general reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or whoever may be watching this reading. This is for you. This is for May 2020. Thank you so much for stopping by, for coming back. We took a little bit of a hiatus here. I had so many obstacles last month. No, we are still in April. This month, earlier in the month, when I was working on those readings, that I just kind of like stopped. Like I got to record it 8 of them, and only 4 of them got uploaded. I spent 2 days trying to upload the Libra reading alone. So finally I'm like, because with me, whenever there's too much resistance, there's a reason. I needed to just take a step back and then just stop. And I feel like it's because I was still getting used to my new schedule, to my kid being at home, doing homeschooling, and getting adjusted to that, and how much time it takes. And it's taking way longer. I'm like, oh, for sure by 1 o'clock all of this should be over, she should be done with this. Oh no. It did not work out that way. Okay, it still has not been working out that way. So it's a whole new reality for all of us. Not complaining at all. I know I'm very fortunate compared to other people, but yes, for whatever reason it just wasn't working out, y'all. So I just kind of stopped and allowed and tell myself, whenever it feels right, I'll come back, I'll start recording again. I didn't keep on trying. After 2 days I just gave up on uploading the rest of the readings. There was a reason for all of that. And to be honest, like, if you guys go and read those readings, I put the signs because that's how I recorded initially, but the energy that I was picking up was kind of like more for the collective, right? The message was very strong. Those 4 readings that are posted, actually all of them that I've done, it was almost like there was a connection. And most of the readings are usually like that because we're all going through the same kind of like energy in different ways, different areas of our lives. The way we deal with it may be different, so it kind of changing the face a little bit. But we are all, like, in this earthly realm, like, dealing, we all in different stages spiritually and whatnot, but we all being affected by almost the same major energies, especially when we're talking about major astrological aspect that are in play. But yes, so there was a real sense of a very collective energy in those reading, and I feel like that's part of it. Like, they stand alone really, but I kept the signs on them as I recorded them. But anyone really can watch this reading and get something out of them for April. So we are starting again. We will not be doing weekly reading as I announced in those readings, if you didn't catch that, but I will try to come back to do a mid-month reading for you guys. But this is for you, Virgo, okay? This is for the month of May 2020. We are using the Psychic Tarot, and I hope you guys have been taking care of yourself and staying safe, practicing self-isolation, and hopefully you don't have anyone that are, negatively impacted by this. And by that I mean someone who have gotten sick, or God forbid lost their lives, because we're all impacted by the virus, okay, by this pandemic, like all throughout the world. So we can't escape it. There's no not talking about it. It's there. But this is the energy for May, for Virgo. Spirit messages for Virgo. Messages for Virgo. Messages for Virgo. Alright, Virgo. And we'll be doing a 9-card reading. First card. Passion ignited. Ace of Fire. Indeed. This is a beautiful Ace of Fire card. I love the beautiful halo that surrounds her from her heart chakra all the way up, really from her solar plexus chakra all the way up there past the 3rd eye chakra. There's a real sense here with that passion ignited, that that like your I can do attitude is connecting. It's like your heart chakra is the bridge that connects you, your your confidence, your ability to create, right? it's creating you who you are, like the I am. That's how I always, describe the solar plexus. Your soul, like, purpose, the you, that what makes you you, right? Your center here, it's like your heart chakra is creating a bridge here between that and straight to your to your third eye chakra. Okay, like to into your intuition. It's like it's almost like what you truly, what you can do, your can do attitude in this world, your self-confidence is like you're following your intuition and how you express that to the world. Okay, not express it so much to your throat chakra in sense of in sense of communication, but express it through your heart chakra. It's like it's on fire here, your solar plexus. It's quite amazing the way this card is. I'm getting so much from this. Like it's so much, Virgo. There is a passion that's been ignited, and it's a passion that has to do with you, like a real connection about who you are and the person you wanna be, the one, the I am, the start. It starts with you. That inner knowing. It's stronger than ever for you. Okay, and it's because you're a lot of you are tapping into your intuition. You're seeing things not just with your physical eyes, but also through your mind's eye for the first time. You're not so focusing on the material world, but also you're accessing that akashic record, things that are like that you can only access through that sixth sense, through that through through your third eye chakra. And that's really creating this new passion, igniting a new fire almost in your belly to go towards what you really want. And look at this, look at the way you see, this is the same halo I see here. This is the minor arcana, what is of fire. And here we have the major arcana number 3, also known as the Empress card. It's called fertility here, right? This is the new thing that is started here with this is not about desire, because this is not the solar plexus here. This is really starting at your, this is not the sacral chakra. This is about that you can. It's like what you desire. It's almost like you don't have to go to that place of creation that's in your lower chakra. You connecting with your candle straight to your intuition, like to your mind's eye, like not so much what you're feeling right now, because the sacral chakra is about desire, right? Yes, the things that we create are emotional emotions and reproductive system. So really what we can create into this world, like into the material world. But with our third eye chakra, it's being able to see beyond that desire. It's being able to access something that is greater than that, right? Something that has already been created, something that's going to be created over and over and over and over and over again through all the dimension, to all times and realities, right? Because this is like way bigger, and hence we have, look at this. Do you see that? Do you see how the sacral chakra? This is a fertility card. Now we have a little bit of the sacral chakra showing up. Sense of creation. She's literally holding her down to her belly. But it is the focus is right now on the green part here. This is about the heart chakra. You see, we have a little bit of a green and the yellow telling us the solar plexus. This is the heart chakra and that solar plexus that is creating this. Again, it stops right there. Now we stop at the third eye. Now it's taking on. It's getting bigger, the halo around you, to take on even the crown chakra. You're ascending to something bigger, to something higher. And this is spirit pushing you. Not just about the passion, not just about things you desire, right? Passion is about the sacral chakra. To bring you that new beginning, to bring you something, to bring you towards something that's even bigger, that's even greater, right? That's all encompassing. And again, this is abundance. This is Venus energy. And Venus, I believe, is not yet completely retrograde, is about to turn retrograde, if I remember perfectly well. So this is like Venus energy for you. Matters of abundance, matters of beauty and love and comfort, right? And here we have this beautiful, two beautiful feminine energy, and they are like expanding that consciousness to expand all the way up past the crown chakra, this upper level here, connecting directly to the divine. And we see all the her hair is like expanded out, like it's just flowing through, like almost sticking up like antennas, grabbing information, accessing, like sending information out at the same time. This is a lot for you, Virgo. Like when I tell you, these readings have been very deep lately. And here we have again more fire energy for you. We have the Six of Fire, victory and success. Indeed, for a lot of you, Virgo, if you started something new recently, regardless of which area in your life you started that something new, especially for those of you, this is in regards to procreation, as in you wanted to start a new family. This is happening for you, okay? Especially if you're having doubt as to whether or not you still can do it, or maybe because of age or complications and whatnot, you will be victorious in it. You'll be able to have it. You've been trying to reconnect with yourself, who you are, to not just who you are in this life, but who you really are, to access deep within you, access to your spirituality, accessing to all those different past life cycles, accessing to the memory bank of all the karmic cycles you've lived. And now you have a deeper sense of who you are, because it all starts, all spiritual pathway, and we're all spiritual beings. It starts with the I am, right? Understanding who you are. Know thyself. Know thyself. Because once you know that, then you'll know where you're out of balance. You know how to balance out the scale. You know what you need to work on. You know how, with what you need help with. You know where to ask for help. You know, it starts with that. That's why it starts with that, knowing yourself. And I feel like for a lot of you, you've been doing that. And that has ignited a new passion in you. That has ignited a new sense of, like, almost like your own inner power, your own self-esteem has been activated. So now you're going for what you want, whether it's fertility in terms of like starting a new family, fertility in terms of starting a new company, a new business. You know, now you can do it alone. You can go at it. You can start it. You don't have to stay at the job. You can tap on your own sense of creativity and do it, and your own inner knowing, and do it, and you will be victorious in it. Okay, success is yours in it. The light is with you here. I love that beautiful glow that person is sitting on the ledge here, almost like a risk was taking, right? This is like a victory that's been gained after someone have taken some major step here that required courage. They're standing on the ledge here to announce, okay, there's victory. Almost like into the town, that music will blowing, that trumpet will give that's a sign of like victory has been attained. Now we can celebrate. We gain victory for all of us. So with that victory here, it's not about just for the singular. It's not just about you or that one person. It's a victory that's going to really, have a major impact in your community, in your family. That's really gonna have an impact on other people as well. And let's keep going here, Virgo. Here we have again more fire energy for you. We have the Two of Fire, which is the waiting game. The Two of Fire. You see, for me, this is kind of like that hourglass that that you're watching the time, the space of time going through. And that's what I was telling you, that inner knowing, that sense of self that I am, you're trying to connect with, has to do with something deeper and bigger, not just you, your physical self, who you are. Look at that, like it's like that the waiting game, it has to be about you coming back around to who you are. Okay, because the fire cards are about action. They're not passive, as in waiting. The two, especially that two that Two of Fire, this is like a Mars in Aries energy. Aries is all about the I am. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. It's that push, it's that spark, right? It rules by the head. Aries, that's why sometimes they'll say Aries can be impulsive, and it's Mars energy, ruled by Mars. It's aggression. It's the planet of the warriors. So there's no passiveness or passivity, I should say, with those two cards here. But we still have that hourglass, and what we can see here, even on that side where there's barely enough sand here, meaning the time is almost here. here. The time he's pretty much here, right? So that the time has passed where it was time for you to get back into that cycle. We see that loop here. That's a spiral of life, through all the cycle, those karmic cycles that you've gone through. And now is the time you've come back to who you are. For some of you, it's like, it's almost like it's a sense of like you had your Saturn return, if you will, right? But we're having Mars energy here, and we see someone standing on one of those, like through all those dimensions, like it's like you've arrived, like right now, right? That's where you're supposed to be. Like, you know where you're supposed to be, and you understand that now. You know where you're supposed to go, where you want to go to, and you understand that now. And it's like, it's not with rush, it's not with a sense of impulsiveness, it's not with a sense of I got to. There's such a deep understanding, which started with understanding of the self, that's really going to push you forward towards that victory. Okay, Aries, I hope I'm explaining that well for you guys. But it's all about you really understanding all those past lives, you reconnecting with all the aspect of yourselves, with all the selves that make you who you are. Okay, right now, that, and again, maybe later too, and this is where what you understand now, the karmic cycles of life, the cycles of life, the cycles of your life. Okay, and the Two of Wands for me, it's never about waiting to make a decision, especially even in the water. We'll see the Two of Wands. We see someone holding on to one and have a globe in the other hand. So there's a sense here, I've made my choice. It's about action. The Two of Wands for me, it's always about a choice has been made. So whatever waiting game there might have been in making a decision, the time is now, right? The sand it's almost full, right? There is planes growing on both sides here. The time is now. Okay, the hourglass, it's the time, the stamp of time has passed. The time has passed. It is time for you to reconnect. If you've seen the light, you understand now everything you're supposed to understand. You come at the place where you're supposed to be. You know everything you're going through. You understand the bigger picture. You understand the small picture. You understand what your role in all of it. That is what I'm getting for you, Virgo, and I hope I'm explaining it right for you. And here we have at the center here of your reading, we have wisdom. Beautiful. The 5, major arcana number 5, which is also known as the Hierophant, the High Priest, the card of higher knowing in terms of knowledge. Okay, like knowledge learned, like intelligence, like, you know, through books, and also type with intuition. It's a card really of wisdom from experience, wisdom from knowledge, and wisdom from a deep space of intuition. Look at this sun. It's almost like the sun is shining just for him. The sun is shining just on him. And we see the white hair here of, again, denoting wisdom, knowledge, and experience. Okay, and this also may be a teacher, someone who have a lot of responsibilities for other people. And I felt like you, with your victory and success card, Virgo, whatever it is that you're creating right now, whatever is that new beginning that you're starting, yes, it's going to be very prosperous. It's gonna be fertile. You're gonna have success with it. There's a sense of victory here, but it's also gonna bring victory and success that's going to benefit the greater good. The 9 of Water, beautiful, fulfillment of wishes, ended, victory and success, fulfillment of wishes, because some of you have learned first of all who you are. I keep repeating myself, it's so important here. You have learned who you are, you have done the work, you have tapped into that secret magic, your own inner magic, what makes you unique, what makes you your own gift that you can share with the world. That's what you really understand now. Okay, now you can tackle it. You can fulfill all your wishes, will be fulfilled. Look at this. We have this, it's like parting of the sea here with those 2 waterfalls, and we have that is that a peach? Yeah, life is nothing but a peach for you going forward, Virgo. This is quite beautiful here. And again, this is a number 9. 9 is a 9 house energy. Virgo rules the 9th house. Okay, this is a 9 of Cups. This is a card of fulfillment of wishes, of happiness, just like it says on this deck here, in regards to emotional life, and also in regards to any aspect of your life, really. Okay. Whatever you wanted is happening for you. Here we have sacrifice, major arcana number 12, also known as the hangman. There might have been a delay here. There might have been whatever it is that you were passionate about, that you wanted to get started, that understanding. There might have been a little bit of the starting of it might have it's not even like I feel like there was delay. It's almost kind of like there were certain steps that needed to be taken, okay, before things could get going. And those steps, those preliminary steps were so important. They needed to happen, okay. And you're going to see that it was all worth it. With the hangman, yes, it means delay, but the hangman is also a shift of perspective. It's being able to see things from a different perspective. Whether you hang upside down in a tree, on a balustrade, or whatnot, it's that new way of seeing things. And here we have it right under the waiting game. So yes, there might have been a sense of time, but this card is also called sacrifice here. And the hangman, there is always a sense of sacrifice. There is a sense of sacrifice through going through an initiation process, right? If it is about your own spiritual development, your own spiritual growth, like the lessons that must be learned, right? The shadow work that we must do, meaning going deep within ourselves to work on the negative aspect of the selves, on those things that are not, like, in alignment with our best and highest good, in alignment with our higher self. We must do those work. We must face ourselves before we can get going. And in order to do so, it starts with that inner knowing, right? That's why we spend a lot of time talking about this card, because that was I was getting here. I don't think I've ever seen that Ace of Fire like this. But in this deck, the way the message was coming for you, Virgo, there was a lot of inner work that you did here. We don't have your card here, and your card, your own energy, Virgo, it's all about it's about that. It's a hermit. The major arcana number 9, which is a hermit, which is all about going within, taking some time to go into isolation, to spend some time alone, to really concentrate on to get to know oneself, to know who am I, what's my soul purpose, right? What am I supposed to be doing? How do I hear information? How do I share information? Like, to truly have a deep sense of understanding of the self. That's you. That's Virgo. That's a hermit card. We don't have that here. Your energy is already here, like almost like permeating through this whole reading with the wisdom card. But what we have is the card of passion ignited with that Ace of Fire. And that Ace of Fire is all about, like, the I am. The card that's the sparks that started all. Who am I? Who am I? And that's how the reading started for you, Virgo. And I feel like having doing this work, that inner work, right? Going through all the steps, to all this journey, that inner journey that you went through, it's almost like that was your initiation process. That was your sacrifice process. And yes, it wasn't always easy, especially with the time passing, with the delay. I feel like for some of you, the delay was very much a factor. I mean, the time that passed, I don't even want to call it delay. The time, it took time to get through this. I think that was very much so felt like almost like a burden for some of you. But this was needed to happen the way it happened. And look at that rainbow. Look at this blue sky, right? After all of this, here comes you're on the other side now, okay? You're about to start seeing the rewards for all your hard work. This is just so beautiful. And here we have the 2 of Earth, right? This is for me, this is the card of waiting things, right? This is the card of which door do I go through, right? Which color do I choose? What hue do I want to color my world? Do I want to color my life, right? Here comes the decision, right? This is in the recent past, understand? This is the recent past. This is the past column here. And then you had that passion, that new beginning, that new initiation of self, of, like, that spark of inspiration to go into that inner journey. And then you did all that work. You went through that initiation process. You shifted your perspective. You did the work that was necessary here, not just internally, but the work, the spiritual aspect of it as well, for your own spiritual development. And here comes the new beginning that you want to create, that new creation, that new abundant thing that you want to birth into the world, based on your own wisdom, based on all those things that you have learned, based on that new spiritual powerness that you feel now. And now movement, choices, decisions must be made as to how do you express that? How do you how do you interpret that, right? We all gifted. We all have something to offer, especially if this is about something like a spiritual business, a spiritual new beginning. But how? And this is where you're at right now, Virgo. Okay, you're trying to understand, how do I materialize this to of earth? How do I, what decision do I make on how to bring this into being, to be tangible, to create something that, not just that's something that I feel inspired, not just to move it from my mind space, to move it from my senses, from my intuition space, to my idea space, to move it into the physical world. How what color do I choose, right? What color do I choose? Which door do I walk through? Which path do I choose, right? What is the business gonna look like? If it's a business, what is that new life is gonna look like? Who do I take with me in this new life? Choices, decision, movement. Because things have to change to create something new, to birth something new, especially something that's gonna have major impact, where you're gonna be in a place that's gonna put you at the center stage. You're in a place of leadership with that higher wisdom card, the card of Hierophant. You have to make decision. Movement needs to happen, okay? And this movement, rest assured, in the near future is gonna bring you towards victory, gonna bring you towards wish fulfillment. And this is your last card here. What do we have? Whoa, Judgment. Look at this scale, y'all. Major Arcana energy, 20. We are in the year of 2020. We are in the year of Judgment. Vision, right? 2020 is perfect vision. Hindsight is always 2020. We are in the year of Judgment. Okay? We are all going to Judgment. We are all being forced to take a step back. And that's why your card is not here, Virgo, because we're all in Virgo. We are all going through that Virgo energy right now, okay? We're all being asked to take a step back. For all of us who have all these big jobs that are like so important, we cannot be late. This have to go. This thing got to go. This meetings got to be attended. Decisions got to be made. So many of us have been halted in a path. So many of us are spending way more time at home. So many of us are spending way more time with our family. So many of us are being called to take a pause. And in taking that pause, it's not just to consume more snack, consume more news and getting stressed. And, it's also going to require us to take a moment to make certain decisions as to what happens next. Do we want to go jump back into the way things used to be? Or do we want to take all those lessons we've learned as to what is important to us? Because that is the solar plexus energy. What makes us feel, what feeds our soul? What makes us feel confident? What boosts our self-esteem? Who are we in connection, not just with our solar plexus, not just with our sacral chakra, or desires and sense of creativity here, but also who are we in terms of a deep inner knowing, intuition, or third eye chakra, or our own crown chakra. And all this wisdom, all this learning that we have accumulated, that we have gained, what are we going to make of it? And for a lot of you that have been doing that work, and I can see it here, Virgo, for those of you watching this that are spiritual, that have been doing the work, that have made the sacrifices in the recent past, because we've been going through this since like those eclipses last year, especially starting with Cancer season last year. It was accelerated. Virgo season of last year, I was telling you guys, it's time to pay attention to your daily routine. It's time to pay attention to how you're spending your time. Is it the things are you saying that you're wishing for? Are your actions in alignment with that? We were talking about that. If you guys go back and watch this old readings. So this is like we've been preparing for this. Spirit have been preparing us, pushing us towards that, okay? Pushing us towards that. For those of us that have been nurturing relationship with God, with our spirit guides, they have been helping us, guiding us along, okay? To prepare us for that transition. And now we need to make we are at a time here that we have to make decisions. This is the current situation. We are at a time here that we are bringing together our wisdom, our sense of creativity, all our knowledge, everything that we have to make certain decisions to go towards our victory, to go towards our wish fulfillment, to go towards a truth. That's a Judgment Day. In Judgment Day, the scale doesn't lie. Whether we did good, all this work, all these sacrifices, or whether we did bad. Are we gonna have to atone for some stuff? Yes, most of us will. We're gonna have to reap the rewards also for all our good deeds, for all our sacrifices. This is our moment. This is our moment. This balancing the scales, balancing of the scales, balancing of the scales in every area in our personal life as well as part of for the collective. Okay, so many people have been taking advantage of. So many people in this world. I talked about that in end of last year, and also during Capricorn season. There was such a sense here, like as a collective, like when that Saturn, we have that Saturn went. I'm so sorry, I'm having a blank here. Excuse me. But the point of what I'm saying here, it's like there was a major energy. There was like it was being channeled consistently that we needed to pay closer attention as to, are we doing things that are in alignment with our values, with the things that we say we value as a society. We say fairness, justice, we have a whole justice system. Is it really just? Is it really fair? The way we share the wealth, is it fair? The people that do most of the work are struggling. They don't get most of the rewards. They don't even get like 1/100th of the rewards. Is it fair? Are we living in a just and fair society? And if we are the one that are enlightened, that are more aware, that are more sensitive to us, connected to our spiritual self, right, to what's important and not just the physical thing and greed and wanting more and more and more. If we are the ones that have access to that knowledge and understand it and feel it and accept it, are we incorporating it in our daily life? Are we living in accordance to those things? And that's what we were being challenged all of last year, especially all of last year. It's a constant thing. It's a continuous thing, and it will continue to be. We have to remain on guard. As spiritual beings, it's not giving. Once you get enlightenment, you have to nurture it, just like your relationship with the divine, with light, with God. You have to continue to work on it, to nurture it, to remain in your high vibration, to remain in connection, to keep that crown chakra open. But judgment, that we cannot stop it. That even if you believe in Christian, you're Christian, the Bible, the day of judgment, we all will face it, but none of us know when it's gonna come, right? It's assured, it's gonna come, but we don't know when, how. So the best thing you can do, the things that you can control, right here, that's the time to do it, right? Do the work. And a lot of you, Virgo, a lot of us have done the work. So this is the truth. This is like the moment of truth here during May season for a lot of you in your own personal life, in your own personal world, especially in regards to decisions that you've made, in regards to the sacrifices that you've made, in regards to this inner knowing, to that journey that you went on. Okay, the wisdom that you've gained, the truth, judgment is gonna come through. And for a lot of you, it's victory that you have that's gonna face you. That's your reward because of what you've done and you've undertaken. Did I flip it? Oh no, this is, oh my goodness. Okay, you guys know I don't not shuffle my cards in reverse. I almost have a moment and be like, did I flip it? So I turn this, I'm like, no, this card is upright, so this is the proper way. But for whatever reason, this card here, it came out in reverse on the deck. I don't know how it got there like that, but it is. And this is the card of 7 of fire, deception and envy. Okay, oh no, excuse me, this is not 7 of fire. This is 7 of air, excuse me. This is 7 of air, deception and envy, and it came out in reverse. So wherever in your life this was an issue, there was people that was trying to deceive you, or even if that was an energy you yourself, you're trying to overcome, you're trying to release, like, just know that's been a battle that was facing you, and this is coming to you, are coming on the other side of it. Okay, if it was people in your life that was bringing in that energy of envy, jealousy and deception and trying to sneak things and deceiving you or whatnot, just know those people needed to be removed. You have a new understanding of it. You have a new understanding of your place, of you, who you are, your own self-confidence, to not be afraid to go at it alone. For some of you, you may have to. That knowledge, that understanding, that wisdom that you've gained, it's gonna bring light to a lot of things that were obscure. A lot of energy you're entertaining, all of a sudden it's gonna feel like this is absolutely not an option anymore. Okay, this here you had to go through. It's almost like spirit couldn't bring you towards your victory unless you've done that heavy work. So you knew, so you could see clearly that kind of energy, so you could release them, because you cannot take this baggage toward going towards the light, going towards your wish fulfillment. They wanted, that's why you had to do that work, so you know what works for me, what's important to me, who are who are there for my happiness, who are there for support, for my own comfort, who are there to push me towards me becoming better and greater, and who are not. And judgment has been taking, like, that's what's absolutely outside of your control in regards to some people in your life, in regards to certain energies in your life that had to go. Okay, that was part of the work here, that was part of the sacrifice here. It wasn't just about you making sacrifice. Some people needed to be sacrificed too, had to be left behind as well. Okay, and believe me, it's for your best and highest good. Okay, this is your woman's oracle card. Oh my goodness, attraction is at the bottom of the deck. And we have here, you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Indeed. Enjoy this moment fully. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. And here we have new love. So yes, whatever was needed to be left in the past, goodbye. New love is coming. A new attraction is here. A new person has stirred your romantic feeling. Passion is ignited. It's going to bring a lot of creation, a lot of wish fulfillment and happiness here. It's for some of you, with that truth and judgment card, if there was someone that perhaps it's someone you've known before, you've met before, someone from a past life, that almost like you had to wait for that person to do their own inner work, or you yourself needed to do your own inner work, your own spiritual growth before you could reunite in this realm. So this is that reconnection, because the truth card is also a card of reconciliation. Okay, reconciliation with your maker, with God, or reconciliation with, you know, if it's about love here, with a with a past love that's gonna bring you a lot of happiness and wish fulfillment. Okay, but first there's a decision that needs to be made here in this current moment. But new love is here. Okay, could be a new start for someone you knew before, even if in a past life, or a completely new person that has stirred your romantic feelings. Oh, okay. This is the woman's, no, I'm sorry, this is the angels and ancestors card, oracle card. At the bottom of the deck here we have White Witch. Be the light. Be the light. Okay, be the light that you seek in the world. Be the light. And once you are the Hierophant here, major arcana number 5, called wisdom in this deck, once you are in that position as the Hierophant, you have to be the light, because people look up to you. You are the high priest, you are the pope, you are the manager, you're in a position of leadership, right? Of a lot of knowledge and a lot of power and a lot of, you know, expertise, right? So you have to shine that light, be the light, so other people can see it. Especially when you've done that work, you're going to exude a certain level of confidence, a certain level of leadership, a certain level of wisdom. People can see, people can feel it, and you can see that light, that sun. Like when I looked at it first, I told you it feels like the sun is shining just for him, like just for that person. And look how immense it shows, but yet it doesn't overpower him, right? We see him, we see it's all looming and so big. So that light is almost like absorbing the sunlight and reflecting it back. So be that light, okay? Just trust in your growth, trust in your own power, trust in the gift that you have to share with the world, whichever way you choose to share it. But trust and believe in that, and know that you are a light for good. I told you before that victory is not just for you. All this knowledge, all this expertise, this new thing you're creating, it's not just for you. A lot of people will benefit from it. Even if it's about a romantic situation, for some of you, it's a new love coming back to your life. That romance, that relationship, it's a relationship that's going to inspire a lot of people, that's going to inspire love no matter where you go. It's like you're going to walk around and people are going to just, the two of you together is going to bring a certain energy to wherever you are, okay, in a way that you may never understand, but it's creating magic. Okay, so we have white, literally we have white witch here, and here we have your card, protection guardian. Drop your shield, drop your shield, because you've done the work already. Now it's time to create, now it's time to enjoy the rewards in the near future here. Drop your shield, because you're already protected. Drop your shield, okay? Have no fear. No matter where there was deceit and envy, and that was an energy in your life, it's been reversed, okay? The spirit has reversed it. You are protected. Just know that you don't have to keep your guards way up. The burden has been taken, the baggage has been taken off of you. Remain light, and be the light, and reflect the light, the light of God, and all of us can use it during this time. Look at this beautiful glow we have here in that victory card, that beautiful light that's shining through. It's almost the same sun card. We can see again this yellow, this sun energy that is like showing here behind this waterfalls. Be the light, okay? Shine the light, reflect the light. I'm sending you so much love, Virgo. Thank you so much for your continued support, and I hope to see you guys soon. I'll try to upload mid-month reading, and if not, I'll just do a general collective reading if we cannot get to that, but it will be much shorter than this, of course. Until then, remember, love is will. Take care of yourselves and each other. Be kind and patient with you and wherever that you're around, especially the kids during this time. Practice self-isolation, not just for yourself, but for everybody else, okay? Especially those of us that are very susceptible. I'm sending you guys love. Bye-bye.